with 0 viewers.
That's okay.
So how do I go
We
back
are
to the
live!
how do I go back to the regular, like I can see everybody stuff?
What do you mean, like
Let's,
full?
okay,
No, okay, I'm thinking I'm there. I'm in chat now. No, I'm not
there
there.
you go.
I don't know.
What on earth? I just keep getting. Why do I keep getting apps? No, you cannot use apps.
But I want to roll my dice.
You can. Okay. So Dale is not responding, so we will definitely not get any hints as to what is going to occur. Why do you have a monocle on your face?
Because monocles are cool.
So we're definitely not getting any hints, at least in the early part of the show tonight, about what is coming for Extra Life 2015.
We do have a date though.
Yeah, well, we have a tentative date for the 7th, I believe, right? November 7th, 2015.
7th or 5th or somewhere around there, yeah.
Which will make my life a whole lot easier, because that was like my wife's primary complaint this year, was that I didn't have, like, it was difficult for us to plan around Halloween too, right? So we had to miss a bunch of Halloween-y type stuff this year, and it kind of sucked. But that's okay.
So, how do I get back to the main screen on this? Any idea?
Just click the app again. Like if you want to erase it, click the trash can.
Awesome. Gotcha. Much appreciated.
I can't click on my own face, but whatever. So, what did everybody think of the event? Most of us were there at least in the morning, anyway. Paul, I think you stayed the latest, huh?
No.
Jackie, Vince, and Chris actually stayed the whole night.
I mean, of like the people.
Oh, us.
Here.
Oh,
Actually,
yeah.
no, I stayed longer than Paul.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
he did.
What time did you leave, Roy?
3 or 4, depending on what clock I looked at.
Okay, because one of your clocks is not in Central Standard Time.
Apparently not. Apparently it switched
I'm
at
confused.
midnight, and it was like 3 again on one of my clocks. And it was funny because both of them were on my phone, but one of them was switched to like 3:30, the other one was 4:30, and I'm like, which one is right? Was it daylight savings time? I don't know. So yeah,
But definitely wasn't daylight savings time. I can tell you that. 'Cause
I found that out.
and I'm not looking forward to that, by the way.
Is that? I wonder if that's what they're doing next year, like they did last year.
I can
That was
check.
fun though, because I mean, with the extra hour, it was a lot of, it really kept you going. And next year, I'm gonna try to see if I can find a ride. That way, I don't have to worry about driving back.
No,
I'm
it's
sure
not daylight
the
savings.
logic of extra hour being easier.
No, I'm not saying the extra hour was easier. I'm just saying it was a lot more fun because you just kind of force yourself to keep going, and you look at the time. Yeah, it's not that late. It's kind of like when you're at a club and the hour changes. Oh, the club's open for another hour. Woo, more drinking.
I feel like the hour change really was detrimental to my efforts last year.
Oh, dude, just the normal hours this year was detrimental to me.
Like when you hit 2 o'clock twice and you realize it's 2 o'clock for the second time, it's like just a little bit depressing. Like, I don't know if I can do this.
I really struggled at the 6 o'clock hour. That's when I hit my wall, the 6 a.m.
I've really started hitting it right then, too. I was actually playing Destiny downstairs with Samak, and hey, shout out to some eccentric people. But it's like 3 out of 4 of us worked for Accenture, and we tried to get Matt in.
I'm happy with USA.
6 a.m. was around the same thing for me.
Yeah.
Last year I actually did better than I did this year. And at 6 o'clock was around the time I said, hey, I'm going to try a different game. So I played Pokemon Snap. And I sat on the couch, which was the worst idea ever.
like when I started getting tired, I was like, okay, I'm gonna play games that I've never played before to try to keep my interest, to keep me like awake. So I started with Game of Thrones RPG, and
Oh,
I
I heard that's
literally
awful.
fell asleep while I was in the intro dialogue. So I was like, well, crap, this is not gonna work. And so like there I am, like head bobbing. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play Wolfenstein. I haven't played Wolfenstein yet, and there I am, like shooting things, and I'm like, okay, I'm starting to fall asleep again. This is horrible. It was horrible. I'm
Like,
just
I actually, when I hit 6 o'clock, I came back upstairs and I started playing um, Minecraft. And I have to say, it was probably the best decision I made the whole night.
yeah. See, I would have died if I had tried that.
Well, that's just it, right? Like, I was so worried about dying the whole time.
Force
Like,
yourself.
playing Minecraft actually
Look at a
worked.
bunch of stuff.
Hey,
We have
hey,
a
look, we have someone show up.
What?
Dale didn't show up. You have
Hey,
to
I know that
focus,
person.
Tanya. Hi, Tanya.
Hello.
Tanya, you were in the article too.
I noticed that.
I felt so bad about the article because they're like, I guess they used me as a endpoint for it, and I was like, oh my god, they make it seem like it's all about me. What do I do? What do I do? I can't do anything because they already wrote it.
This guy,
You know you
Thanks.
loved it.
he sent me a Facebook message at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I didn't wake up till 4 o'clock in the afternoon that day. I was like, what is wrong with you?
Dude,
You
Would
must
you
have
know,
got
Roy?
more
Just
sleep
shut
than
up.
I did.
passed out around 8:30, 9 a.m. and I was up at 10:30 for Dungeons and Dragons. I am an idiot. Oh my god, it was horrible.
Yes, you were. Yep.
It was
That
horrible.
had been a D&D that was canceled.
Yeah, I was actually late to work on Monday because of this. I was so tired. I was so tired.
That's purposely why I took off 2 days. There's just no way.
Yeah, that's my correction of errors for next year. I'm gonna take some time off.
I don't know. I actually I had trouble getting up today. I felt great on Monday because I slept for like 8 hours on Sunday morning / afternoon, and then went to bed at like 10 o'clock on Sunday evening. So Monday I
did the
felt
same
great.
thing.
No, I didn't sleep hardly at all Sunday, so I think I ended up being up for maybe 42 hours.
Wow.
When I got home, I tried to sleep for maybe an hour or so, and it just wasn't happening. But feeling better today. So, back to work tomorrow, so it's got to be okay.
Or else.
This is definitely one way to put it.
I think at this point you really don't have a choice.
Yeah, so all in all, I think the whole event in itself went great.
I concur.
It really did. I didn't have anybody ask me to unplug my laptop this year, which was great.
That's what I was aiming for. I mean, that's really what I wanted to see happen or not happen.
Are you nervous, Tanya? Because it feels like you're nervous.
I do this every
Do
Wednesday
you?
for my SharePoint
Okay.
Power Hour.
I don't know why, but you seem like you feel.
You say Sherbert Power Hour?
SharePoint.
Oh, I was like Sherbert. That's a very interesting power hour.
So what
I
you're
think-
telling us is that you teach people to worship the devil that is SharePoint.
Hey, I like SharePoint personally.
Oh my god, I despise it.
I love
What?
it.
It's great.
Great at nothing. Like it's
Well, it
like
probably has a lot of
file
power,
share and that's
and-
it.
It probably has a lot of power, but the way that our center uses it is not great.
No.
Yeah, well, okay, I can agree with that because I used it when I was with Walmart, and it was horrible. It was horrible with Walmart. But I've been using it at USAA, and they do it right.
But they probably have
USAA has a
customized
massive
install and all.
SharePoint
so.
farm, so.
Yeah, like everybody has their own SharePoint. It's ridiculous.
Mhm.
Is that a giant D20 you're sitting there playing with?
Hell yeah! It is a Loot Crate D20.
What the fuck? I didn't get that.
Yeah, this was my very first Loot Crate. It was like dragons or something like that.
I am using my my Tribble as a stress ball.
I'm killing Urix as a stress reliever.
You know what? Did you get? Are you still getting your Loot Crate, Matt?
I think I have one more month.
Okay. The I didn't realize this, but the Dead Rising 3 thing that came in it, the
Uh-huh.
weapon, it's a pin.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, so I was just like, okay, that's nice.
Jessica, like, I pulled it out. I was like, this is a neat thing. I have no idea what the fuck this is. And Jessica's like, it's a pen, dumbass. As
Yeah,
soon as she looked at it, like, no
Jacob had to
pause.
show me. I was like,
Just like,
okay.
and then
And-
the lid, like, as she said it, like, the top thing fell off. And I was like, son of a bitch, it is the pen. That's what wives are for.
Yep. To call us dumbasses.
Tell you everything that you're doing wrong.
to be there and kick us when we're down.
Honestly, that's the definition of love, in my opinion.
Yep.
I've been loving all wrong.
Looking
What
for
can you ask
love in
for?
all the wrong places.
Love in all the wrong places.
Damn
Oh
it.
God, mute him. If you don't mute him, I will.
All right, Tanya. Tell us about what it was like to organize this year's Rackspace event, because I know this was your first year, huh?
This is actually my second year,
Second.
so I helped out with last year.
You did it last year too? Okay.
Last year I got involved about maybe 30, 45 days out. So it was just something I heard about, and I thought that sounds really cool. They were having like a walkthrough meeting in the factory, and I thought I messaged, I think it was, Dell and Art at the time, and maybe Phil and Chris, and I said, I'd like to just kind of stop by and see what you guys are up to. And they were just talking about the different layouts and stuff, and literally there was an exchange between Art and Dell, and they're like, well, wait a minute, what about this? What about this? And I said, he just said something you didn't know about. Where does your information live? And they were like, and I was like, okay.
Nice.
Yeah. So
You clearly need help.
let me help you guys out.
Yes, nerds aren't always the most organized.
And really, I mean, it was just really something simple as my part was going to be very, very small and just kind of, help obtain some donations to keep the staff fed. I mean, Extra Life was planning to come to San Antonio, and they're not going to be at their home base, and with all those kind of comforts, and there's always increased costs. So that was really what it started out to be. I went around to the local businesses and was able to obtain some donations for them, for Extra Life and the Rocker Gamers volunteers, and it just kind of grew from there. Wasn't really involved too much with, I think at that point they had already had the facility booked and stuff. But then coming off of that event in itself, the day of, I mean, I was kind of on the go constantly and things. And then immediately after it, I started planning 2014. So, and here we are.
Jacob, what did you do?
This is why we can't have nice things, Jacob.
You signed in, and then Tanya turned into like a pulsating circular face, and that was it.
Oh no!
Let's use the capture.
It stopped, so it's okay.
So sad, so sad.
Really, last year was kind of a blur. I mean, it was just, I think last year was pretty similar to this year. Of course, there was a lot of power issues, as y'all know, and that sort of stuff going on. There wasn't as much internal communication as far as, Rocker Gamers and with our facilities folks, because it was just the first one, so I think nobody really knew what to expect.
Yeah.
And then once things are kind of off and running, they're just running. So you're just kind of adapting to what's happening, whether that's power outages and trying to get people to, say, hey, we have this table set for 8 or 10, not 15. So.
Well, I'm just saying, the table I was sitting at had like 4 custom rings on it that all of them had like 1200 watt PSUs in them. My dinky laptop was not the problem.
No, it wasn't.
You were the one that got asked to leave.
Basically. Why are you and 2 of your friends who didn't get invited here?
Logic.
I'm just saying, at least I asked first. Not everybody did that. I totally asked first. It's Dale.
Welcome, Dale.
What up, Dale? What's up, guys? Sorry about that.
More people.
I'm the only joker with that
thing.
freaking webcam, man.
That's okay. You have a really cool little emblem, though. So.
Right?
We're talking to the yellow abyss.
Yeah.
All I know is my stuff got jacked, so I really don't have anything. I could take pictures of myself and send it over.
It's kind of cool watching to orb a little.
Yeah.
But when he first signed on, I don't know what happened, but like, it turned Tanya's face into the little orb. I was like, son of a bitch, what happened? Is this going to do this all the time?
We are not prepared for this.
Please don't break, Google. I've been saying how much better you are than Microsoft for too long.
Mhm.
We're live streaming, yeah?
Yes.
Excellent. Okay.
Well, not streaming. Just
We're
not to
technically streaming. We're just streaming
Yeah.
to YouTube through the power of other Google applications.
Yeah.
okay,
Just
so what?
Everybody just kind of
So we normally use
Right. SATX, got
Twitch, right? And XSplits and all that good stuff. And this time we're just using Google Hangout. Only you can actually broadcast the Google Hangout, and it goes directly to YouTube.
Oh, so we do have a link though.
Yes.
yes.
Grab me that link so I can pass it out.
The
And
link
it records
I have
usually.
a community page, and I have a link to the event page, which people should be able to interact with. Actually,
Actually,
You should
yeah, I
go
think-
chat with us.
The link is actually, I think, already out for viewers. Yeah. If you go to the community website, Matt already posted it. Jacob.
All right, looking it up.
Dude, you got a thing.
it should
Yeah.
be relatively close to the top.
You got a little thing right there floating. You want to get that? Yeah, you want to get that?
Oh, okay. We were playing with the draw button earlier. I
Yeah.
think I'm the only person that is incapable of drawing on their own face.
Well, you don't have a face according to Google Hangouts.
Yeah. So like I push the button and it's like searching for face, and it just continues to search for face.
Oh, okay, got you.
Well, that's fine.
Maybe I'm
My
just saving
toolbox
face.
doesn't work at all.
Saving face. Nobody?
Roll 20.
Is there a cricket sound?
There we go. Roll 20. Roll
Yeah,
20.
roll 20. Okay, we have rolled a critical miss.
You have an app that does it. Like you.
Yeah, I know. That's what we use for D&D.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
For the
Does it actually have like a cool graphic that bounces across your screen?
No.
I mean, it has graphic.
We make sound effects.
Yeah.
Like,
You know how I game? I game the same way over there.
Yeah.
Give us a sample of the roll sounds that you make, Matt.
Well, let's say.
Son of a!
Yeah. Critical miss.
Stop laughing at me! Wow.
Yeah.
Tanya acquired a tiara.
Oh.
Ah,
Very nice.
extra life
Be a
queen.
butthole about it.
I wonder if I can acquire a mustache for her. Why does it say you're not using draw?
She probably blocked you. She used her secret SharePoint powers.
I think you can only equip for yourself, right?
Yeah.
Stamp.
Text was the only thing that you could, or draw was the only thing that you could draw on other people.
Why can't I get rid of the roll 20?
Click it again. You have to click it again.
You have to roll. You have to roll a 20 in order to get out of it. That's the only way.
Yeah, but you can only roll a 1d10. So good luck with that.
You have a red splotch on you.
You've got red on you.
You've got red on you.
This way.
By the way,
Well, I
Oh, God.
painted it on your nose.
It just didn't seem to stay there.
Oh well. Oh, and I got rid of your name too. Good job. Anyway. All right. So Tanya, you were telling us about last year, but what about this year? It was much more organized because you're a badass and Dale couldn't live without you.
Yes, sir.
This year, I mean, we kind of started. I think I booked the facilities maybe a month or two after last year's event,
Yeah.
and we have monthly meetings. Just kind of everything good, okay, and then really things kick off maybe 4 or 5 months out. This year we've had some changes internally, so we just had to, have a lot more planning meetings with internal folks, facility, security, networking, that sort of stuff, just to make sure everything was going, according to plan and there are no issues or curveballs. And I think those all went okay. I think I had our first meeting like 120 days out, then 90, 60, 30, and then 10 days out. And then, of course, setup day. We had all hands on Thursday. So we actually started setting up Thursday. We had an all hands meeting with all the same stakeholders, and we had 2 of those on Friday, and then Saturday it's go time. The big curveball towards the end was getting the TriCaster. So we actually found out Wednesday midday that we were going to get that TriCaster. So
TriCaster was awesome.
Yeah, Dave took the whole week off just to kind of be better prepared. And, videos always come in late, and it's hard to do that when you're doing your day job and then going home and working on that. So he took the whole week off. He had already done a lot of video prep work and transferred files onto his TriCaster. And then I called him up and said, hey, so
guess what?
By the way.
Yeah, that took us what, Tanya? That took us what, 2 weeks to go back and forth with
I mean, really, we reached out to New Tech back in August. So, 2.5 months prior to the event, we had reached out to them. We sent them some, Children's Miracle Network staff sent them some letters. I emailed them letters. I called them. I left messages. I was kind of keeping up with them on social media, on Twitter and Facebook, and we just hadn't heard anything. And literally that week, I think maybe Monday, as we started to talk about what was going to happen that week for the walkthrough and videos, we had our Monday afternoon, meeting with Extra Life staff to kind of recap where we were at and tickets and where we're on videos. And I just thought, what the heck, I'm just going to message him on Facebook. He's pretty active on Facebook and had actually just done some charity events, and I just sent him a message and said, hey, we sent you this letter back in August. We never really heard anything. I want to attach it again. What do you think? Can you make a miracle happen? I saw that he read it, so I pinged him again on Tuesday, and I said, I just want to check back with you. This is what we're looking for. It'd have to be the TriCaster 8000 because we've spec'd it out, and we know it's compatible with all the equipment that we currently have. We would need it no later than Thursday morning because this event starts Saturday morning. But let me know.
It's like, no rush, but seriously, hurry up.
We actually hit it with a double whammy. I'm pretty
shameless when it comes to Extra Life, so I'm not afraid to ask for things. The worst they can tell you is no. But if you don't ask, you never know. And Wednesday, I pinged him again. I said, hey, I just want to check back one more time. Do you think this is going to be possible? Completely understand. If not, let's just work on it for next year. And then after a few minutes, he said, checking on a loaner right now. Give me a few minutes. And then maybe 10, 15 minutes went by, and he said, call my assistant ASAP. And I picked up the phone right then and there and was pretty much in the office standing up, talking on the phone. And she gave me directions and said, it can be picked up today. And I shot off an email in all caps to Dave and Extra Life staff saying, we've got a TriCaster who can go get it today, and then tried to call Dave's cell phone.
We actually
he wasn't answering his phone, but we finally got a hold of him, and he pretty much left immediately to go pick it up at New Tech Wednesday afternoon. So really in a matter of 3 days, via Facebook, we got a hold of the TriCaster.
We actually hit him with a double whammy, Tanya, because he was they did an interview on Scoble's show about the new little teeny mobile one.
Oh, yeah, the new TriCaster pack.
Yeah, and I hopped into that chat and into the comments. I was like, hey, Phil, you should answer our messages. Hey, we're doing this thing. Here's a link to Extra Life. Hey, we're doing this. Here's some stuff that we do. Oh, here's some links from last year. Hey guy. Hey.
Was that you? I saw some of that, and I was like, okay, somebody's posting Extra Life stuff. Who is that?
No, that was me. And he finally got back with Tanya, and then the 3 of us had a conversation going on from that point on. Actually, no, it was the 4 of us with David, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So we looped in David. I think there was some initial concern. He said, are people familiar with it? And, obviously David's a genius at that sort of AV stuff. Is his hobby, as he calls it. So,
I saw your determination that 2 rooms or greater is not a hobby anymore.
Yeah, well, maybe 2 rooms and an assistant. But yeah, I mean, it all worked out, and as a matter of fact, New Tech is having their kids' Halloween party this Thursday, and
Which I
he
will
was
be at.
looking, yeah, he was looking to hire some folks for the kids' Halloween party, and we're gonna have some of our Rackers who are 501st members go out there. I mean, they're not going to be paid because they do volunteer work, but it just kind of furthers that relationship, and hopefully, we keep it going for next year.
Yeah,
And
I'd love
hopefully he
to.
doesn't take 4 months to respond when you send him a message.
I think once now that he knows who we are
See,
and what we do,
you build up that frequency of conversation, though, right? And it takes less time to respond.
Well, they just posted our one of our pictures and reposted on New Tech's Facebook page the behind the scenes
Nice.
stuff.
yeah, and as part of just the whole event and everything, I've been working on the last 2 days, kind of finalizing stuff, capturing like lessons learned and recaps and summaries. And there's been a few media articles out there. When we have either an interim meeting or a regular monthly meeting for November, we'll go through all of that, and I'll send the copy over to Philip just so he kind of has a nice summary to give to the New Tech execs of like, look, this is what our donation of this piece of equipment was able to enable,
Yeah.
and to let them know. I mean, it's good business for them, and if it's something that they have stock and it's not terribly difficult for them to let go of for 1 week a year, I think we've got a good business case for it. So.
Well,
Hey,
that just them being able to say that they were a part of $5.5 million, and I don't think we've said
And
that.
growing.
5.5 and growing. And thank you, Tanya, for your donation. I did receive that. You're a sweetheart. But it's like that. That's one of the things that I think that will definitely help further any future endeavors that we try to make as a community and as a guild and as Racker gamers, is that we are making an impact, and it's a huge impact. I mean, $50,000 for over 50,000 for Children's Hospital San Antonio, 5.5 million nationwide. I mean, that's huge. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no other way to look at it. It's huge.
And especially when you think about 2 years ago, so in 2012 they were literally doing this out of their office, with a webcam. 2013 was their first time, on site at the event center with Dave's TriCaster, 300, being able to do any sort of overlay, any sort of continuous kind of webcast and pulling in multiple streams together. And now 1 year later, they've upgraded to a top of the line AV equipment. And I would say our facility has also been upgraded too in the past year, as far as being able to stream the main broadcast into the factory and having that area tied in audio wise and stuff. And we've done minimal power upgrades, but they obviously helped a lot this year. So in a matter of 2 years, that's a big jump.
I
That's
think
for
there's
us too.
probably some room for like growth in as far as like places to shoot, right? Like, because
Sure.
it didn't seem like we had any kind of coverage in the tabletop area, really.
Well, we're limited to the number. So we got donated the gear, right? But the rest of the gear is still David's. So we're limited to the number of cameras we had. He only has technically 2 cameras because the one camera is designated to the chrono key. So this all comes out of his pocket every year.
Right.
The 8-port DVI switcher was a matrix switcher that he went out and bought because of in the years past the gamers that were hooked into it. Every time it switched from gamer to gamer, their video card would register, new mode, and go black and then flip modes and everything, and that's not good for gaming. So he had to go out and get a better one that is active all the time, and that was his payment. But Extra Life was nice enough to reimburse him for that particular payment, and that started the whole chain of events. I mean, you look at back where we were, like Tanya said, 2 years ago, we as well were only in little conference rooms. We weren't even in the space that we were in.
Right.
And it was the interview that we did, where the scene that I made that was from Counter-Strike Source office. It was the desk that I was sitting behind when I was sitting there interviewing Jeremy that really set him off. He was just, oh my God, we have to come there. But so all these little things have gotten All these little things have
Has
gotten
he
better and
seen the
better.
Hall of Justice? I just would like to point that out. Like,
Yes.
that
Yes,
was
he
the
has.
first and only conference room I've been in at Rackspace, and ever since I saw it, I've basically been telling Tanya or petitioning the Rackspace management that I know, which is you and Tanya, and I don't even know if you're management.
Yeah.
I'm
making this up
saying,
as well. I don't know what
if
the hell
you
I'm
guys
talking
want some SAP resources, like I got like 10, 15 people that would come and drop everything they're doing right now and come work for y'all. And
I'm
just
a manager of one. Me.
The manager
Yeah,
of
I am
one.
a team of one. I'm a team of one.
But yeah, like I said, so absolutely, there's so much more that we could be doing with this
Yeah.
event, and with Tanya being on point as being a project manager, because I'm great at ideas and great at pushing people's buttons and getting things done, but she's really been the organizational piece of the whole team. We had other people in the past helping us, but ever since she stepped on, it's really progressing. So everyone's taking their key kind of personality and good traits to make this happen. So sure, in the future we get some more money for another camera. We can get David to bring back his quadricopter camera that he was using in the past.
Yeah.
That
That'd
was
be
pretty
awesome,
cool.
yeah.
We actually almost ran it into somebody's face one year on
Those
camera.
things fly into the
That would
trees
be an
all the
awkward
time on the
scene.
first level.
So
I'm pretty sure I just got UAV'd.
all right.
I don't know what happened right now.
So, yeah, it would be as this thing picks up and as we become a little more professional than we've already become, and we get a little more budget and funding. We absolutely need to have more spaces, more
Yeah.
coverage of the analog, more mixture. Actually, I don't know. We should probably think about having the analog and the digital people mixed up throughout the different areas.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
one of the things that I really love
Analog
seeing
people are
was,
so
the
loud.
Microsoft team was sitting there and they
Yeah.
busted out Risk and they played that for a
Yeah.
good portion of the evening.
Honestly,
think-
China's gonna kill me for saying this, but honestly, the whole growth thing. Hey, dude.
The internet.
Stream bomb.
She's gonna kill me for saying this, but I mean, honestly, 2 years ago last year I told Jeremy and the rest of the Extra Life team and our team that I plan on being at a convention center or having some sort of conference convention style event at each of the main cities. But don't tell Tanya I said that.
Yeah. We'll be having chats about that.
And the project manager is coming out.
We'll be
maybe-
gathering the stakeholders on that one.
Yeah, we need more
One
people.
question got, like, as soon as you said convention center, I was like, well, how the hell does networking work? Because that would be a pain.
Well,
I mean,
speaking of
that's one of the
networking,
things that we've been really lucky enough, being Rackspace
Being a tech
employees.
company, yeah. You
Yeah,
have, like,
we-
inherently got at least some bandwidth for that. But a
Well-
convention center is not going to be wired for
no. Well, what you do with those is
anything.
they do lease lines. So a lot of things like that when you do big remote technology related events. Hey, Jacqueline just got on. You would lease a line and they'd drop a temporary pipe in for you, and you would do that. And that's
Yeah.
pretty expensive, but that's really what you would do. But I really want to be to that point, honestly. Speaking of networking,
Well,
I
as
posted the
my
graph.
dad always used to tell me, you can one in one hand and you can something else in the other.
Look, we never expected to be doing what we're doing now. We were, a couple hundred, 100 people, 50 people in a conference room. We didn't think we'd get to the level that we're at now. But I don't know if anybody saw the graph that I posted, but we were at a steady 126-ish megs
I did see that.
of incoming traffic, and we peaked at, I think it was 346 or something like that. It was 346 megs down is what we were pulling into the building.
That's crazy.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I
it is.
blame the Dawn Gate downloads.
Actually, I think the majority of that,
It did look like a
Honestly-
pretty early peak, so.
the majority of that had to have been John Hull's bus driver.
Oh,
Oh, definitely. I mean, that's straight up. That takes every bit of data.
Slightly to the right.
uh,
Slightly to the right.
I didn't even get to watch that.
Oh my god, it was amazing. It was the most enthralled I've ever been in my entire life, honestly.
Yeah. The bug splatter, totally worth it. Totally worth it.
Mhm.
I
think my favorite was
I have
Hour
not a
4.
clue what the hell you people are talking about. Like,
One of
You're a
our
bus
community,
driver.
well, yeah, one of our community members was playing a game called Bus Driver, and it was a Penn and Teller game that came out like 10 years ago or something like that.
Yeah.
And so it was right around the time when the big controversy was happening that video games inherently cause violence to rise and they're evil and all of that. So what Penn and Teller did is they designed a game where you drive a bus for 8 hours. You can't stop, you can't pull over, anything. You drive a bus in your lane, and once you've hit 8 hours straight, you get 1 point. Then you turn around and you head right back. And check this out. If you go off the road into the shoulder, you have to start all over again.
That just seems really evil.
oh my god.
And that's exactly why it was designed like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
That watched. I mean, they've done live streams where they do this for charity, and people will tune in for like 8 hours and just watch. I'm just like, okay, they stay for the commentary, but still, it's just like you're watching 8 hours of driving in one direction. I have a hard time watching 8 minutes driving in a circle, you know?
But big shout out to Mr. Holt because he did get 1 point for the community. So
Oh my god.
He actually reached
That
it.
man can multitask.
he actually reached it, and he posted it. I'm actually a Facebook friend with him, and he
Yeah.
actually posted like the last 2 minutes. I'll see if I can get his permission and post it on the community site. But yeah, it was pretty awesome.
all right. So Dale, I know you want to be in a convention center next year, but is there anything you guys like have in any ideas you have that you want to like give Tanya a migraine with already?
Every one of my ideas gives her a migraine. No,
Uh,
we work well together.
Well, what is it? Realists need idealists, and idealists need realists to help balance out the universe.
Bam. There you
Very,
go.
very pragmatically.
If not next year, the year after. Give me time.
I think
I'm wrapping it up. Like, you can suck it, Tanya.
at that point, I think Tanya would just concede.
She
Like-
may
wants to. I'm done.
Dude,
Done.
Hey, we have connections. We can make it happen. We got this.
It's not about making it happen. It's about making it happen at no cost.
Yeah,
And
that's
you can make anything happen for a price, but I mean, just looking at the bandwidth and the amount of infrastructure that you would have to put into place. Norris Conference Center. Are they going to bring in tables and not just say you have a space for 300? Well, you're not going to. This isn't a typical conference. If you have a space for 300, then you probably need to say that's actually space for 150 with their 32-inch TVs and their consoles, etc.
No cost to us.
So.
No cost to us.
I'm just saying.
I don't even know if I could get behind cost to Extra Life because, I'm doing this work because it is a nice charity that I want to be part of, and I mean,
Sponsors.
I don't want to be doing a part-time job for a charity that's non-profit, and I think they're making a bad business decision where they could just be using a model that's worked and saving that money and putting it towards, funds towards hospitals.
Absolutely. My whole feeling about this is, and I've told Jeremy this before, is yes, it's about the children. Yes, it's about getting people awareness, and the more it grows, the more awareness there is, the more people there are, the more potential there is for donations. Now, I absolutely don't want to take money from the charity to run this. This would be get sponsors, get people to back it. I mean, you have a huge community growing around this. I mean, it was huge seeing Reddit on some of those logos.
It really was, yeah. And they did like a huge amount of fundraising this year. Like,
this thing is going crazy. This is getting big. This is not a small thing anymore.
That is very true.
And it's
that's
grown
very true,
exponentially.
exactly. And I think that's where the guilds really come and step up to the plate because they're going to be the ones that are going to be helping spearhead those partnerships with either local or global entities because, I mean, I think the guilds are going to help spread that word and be able to show them on a person-to-person scale because you are representing the hospital and you are representing Extra Life. So you're going to be able to tell them exactly what you're doing through those aspects.
Right.
Yeah. So Reddit, I have a number. Reddit actually raised $101,000.
Oh God.
Awesome.
That's awesome, dude.
Just their team.
What did we do? We only did 30, right?
No,
Record
we
gamers did
actually hit
29,832.
Oh.
So close. You still got time. You still got time. Rooster Teeth, which is the second, did 244,500. $244,500.
They usually raise a ridiculous amount, like every year.
Hey, where's the
Then-
team
and then
roster?
Oh, I don't know. Their team roster is probably absurd.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
they
sorry.
have like 200 and something people on their roster.
Not the roster. I meant the team. The team.
Standings?
Yeah.
It should be on the main site.
Yeah, I think it is actually. I
Oh
can-
yeah,
right now.
I'm looking at the top teams on the homepage right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so Rooster Teeth had 2,900 participants, or almost 3,000 participants. Actually, they were 4 off from 3,000 participants. But the KD mod, I think it's KD mod, right? So I'm waiting for it to refresh. They were the top fundraiser. KB mod, sorry, keyboard, mouse, or die. They did $247,769, and they only had 161 participants.
Good
Wow.
lord.
161 people put together almost $250,000.
Wow.
That's
Now,
awesome.
I wouldn't be surprised if, because especially since they're a modding community, that there were some pretty sick incentives that they offered to their community,
Right.
like in terms of like
Yeah.
$100 donation, you get a custom keyboard or something like that. I'm pretty sure that was a business model that worked for them.
I literally have never gone to this website. I've never heard of these people before, but I'm definitely going to be going there now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've never heard of them either, but just thinking as a business person, business-oriented mind, that's probably something that drove their success rate.
Yeah.
I can't believe we're still in the top. That's just blowing my mind right there.
You guys are number 11 from the looks of it.
Oh my God.
That's fantastic.
We were 7 a
But
few
holy
weeks
crap.
ago.
Extra Life Edmonton, the guild for Edmonton,
Right?
is freaking 8th. Like, I'm just saying, I've been to Edmonton before. That is a boring place, and now we know what they do.
Aw.
Like,
Something to put their money on. And
We love you, Edmonton.
I almost got snowed into. Okay.
Well, see,
Wait.
that's why they're such avid gamers.
I got story time for this, okay? I have a story time. So I go to Edmonton. It's like February because my boss hates me. Or no, it's March. But March is still dead of winter in Edmonton.
Yeah.
And so I go up there for the first time to do like a consulting gig with doing like performance checks or something like that with a customer of ours. And on the last day, I wake up for my flight, and I see, and I look out the window, and it's like coming down, like it is snowing, like,
cats and dogs.
yeah, no, not cats and dogs, like Frosty the Snowman with dandruff or some shit, okay? He's like itching his head, and shit's just coming down, like it is
Amazing metaphor. Amazing.
And he came up with that all by himself, ladies and gentlemen.
on the top of this beautiful head. It's the razor thing helps. That razor logo. Anyway, so I'm like, okay, well, shit. And like the rental car I had was like a little Kia. Like this is not going to stick to the ground at all. I am screwed. So I'm like, okay, I need to get the hell out of the door as soon as possible and get downstairs. And so I go and I push the button, and the door opens to the elevator, and I'm on like the 10th floor, top floor of this hotel, and the fucking power went out.
Nice.
Just before I got into the damn elevator. So I didn't. Fortunately, I did not get stuck in the elevator because I would have had to flip my shit at that point. Um, and then yeah, but I still had to walk down 10 flights of stairs and then wait for my partner in crime to come with me and catch up because she was on like the 8th floor or some shit like that. And like I was like, "Did the doors open? I don't even know if the doors open. How screwed am I? I don't know." But we made it. I made my flight on time, and apparently in Edmonton, much like the honey badger, they don't give a fuck, and they still took off in like 3 feet of snow.
Much like the honey badger.
Before they, think about maybe changing something.
Yeah.
Did they have sleds on the wheels, or were there wheels?
I assume that there were horses out there, like pulling the train or pulling the airplane up, and just like horse-drawn takeoff or some shit. Like
Had an
I don't
Iditarod
know.
team.
Dude, it's tailspin style with pontoons.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It was so ridiculous because, we're all in San Antonio. Had it just been like 32 degrees, no snow and ice, the airport would have shut down.
Yeah, they'd be like,
Too cold to
"No,
fly.
we're done.
Can't do
We're
this.
done. The wings are too brittle, man. Can't have it."
Oh my god, I saw a speckle of rain. I must freak out and drive like it's snowing.
No homes.
Oh my gosh.
It's the last
dude.
time.
Traffic today was awful. I don't know about you guys, but jeez.
Yeah, it was. For a town that has, I'm just putting it out there, for a town that has so many, like, opportunities to merge, nobody knows how to merge. Like,
Well, it's straight up
why
YOLO,
is this
man.
difficult.
It's
Oh my
YOLO
God.
out there.
That
It's
road is
not
70
even
miles
YOLO.
an hour.
It's like NOLO.
Look, this driveway is 70 miles an hour. I'm going to merge onto it at 40 and hope that the people behind me don't hit me.
Or they just don't merge. They're like, I'm gonna stop. Just stop.
Stop. Gun it. Go.
Or yeah. Or like when 410 goes from 3 lanes down to 4, like right at Calabria,
Yeah.
like there's like hounds of traffic there for no reason. I just assume that there's a wreck every time. Like I've lived here like cumulatively like 4.5, 5 years. And there's been traffic there the whole time I've lived there.
No,
And-
You
my-
live on the west side, right, Matt?
Oh my. Huh?
You know you live on the west side, right?
Yeah, I know. I can't do it with that hand. West side right now.
Only partially west side.
my theory has always been that the local governments pay some people to drive ahead of the rush hour traffic at a certain speed and then take off and then slow down real quick, just so that there's an accordion.
That's a gig I could actually get behind. How much do they pay?
$20 an
Well,
hour.
those guys are called Uber, and you technically get ticketed for that now. No.
Wait, you can get ticketed for Uber?
Yeah.
If you're an Uber driver, you can get
Yes, you can,
ticketed.
because
It's against the
the
rules.
taxis were very upset about
taxi
that.
licenses and stuff, yeah.
Tanya, you're not allowed to go. I'm sorry.
No.
You know. Youth sports just doesn't matter as much as this does.
Hey, Tanya, so I know that we've been kind of been throwing out some dates, but has there been an official date?
We already have it scheduled, and the
Not official yet.
So when are we getting the convention center?
Like thousands of people watching the stream. I just
Yeah.
say.
There's a tentative date for early November, but I think that'll be confirmed in the next few weeks. And once it's confirmed, we'll probably start blasting out stuff just so people kind of have it, on their radar. And some of the vendors that I had reached out to before that, they just need more notice. We'll be trying to book them and be planning a full year ahead of time.
Oh yeah, we totally understand. And the reason why I ask is because I have to bid for time off.
You seriously have to bid for time off? What?
Yeah, actually I do.
Well, I would say, right now, the tentative
Working
date
at
is
USA
November.
is awesome.
It is awesome. It is. I love it. It's fantastic. My schedule sucks.
Oh.
Anyways,
Okay, let's just have the Accenture scenario for PTO. Paul, how hard is it for you to get PTO?
I can request tomorrow.
Yeah.
I can request it before.
I worked from home today, and I just like let them know I was working from home today
That's pretty much how it works on my team
at
too.
like 7:50 or 6:50 this morning.
Dale, you don't count. You're a team of one.
Yeah, you're a team of one. You don't have to answer to people, man.
I
Come
work
on.
for a
Y'all,
team.
y'all struggle. There's no reason.
The
You're like,
struggle's
I
real.
hate traffic. I hate traffic. I decided to work in from home today and still make
Yeah. Well, I can't really complain. I live like less than 5 miles from my work, so
it. Yeah.
I think.
Do I?
Yeah.
I could walk there if I wasn't a fat ass.
But if you walked there, you would become not a fat ass pretty rapidly.
See,
You'd probably also get hit by a car.
yeah, dude,
The
the
non-drivers.
construction is
How
real.
okay I am with that.
Wait, but is that 5 miles USA or that's 5 miles to your desk? Because once you hit the campus, you still have to walk like 5 miles.
Okay, so maybe like
It's a big
6.
campus. It's a big.
I'm actually in the BSB, so I'm like right there. So.
Yes. So tentative time.
So tentative, I would say, is early November. We should have that confirmed in hopefully the next few weeks. So.
All right, you heard it from her. Confirmed early November. No,
I think what they said on the stream was actually November 7th, right? So
Yeah.
no, Paul, we
That's
will
the
not be
day
doing
they're
like
looking at.
5 hours again.
No,
Because
it will
time
not.
Yeah.
November
That was
1st.
my initial worry. Was like, wait a minute, is that day that it's 25?
That
What?
day
No,
again.
25 hours. It's just an extra 60 minutes.
That's a lot of minutes. Like,
That
Yeah.
last hour killed me last year.
The last 3
Jacob.
hours. Hey, I have an idea. Okay, look, check this out. So, almost every year, being a racker, since I have access to the facilities, sorry guys, I sneaked away and take a freezing cold shower at the gym.
I didn't think of that.
I definitely did push-ups.
Wait,
So-
but the room is already freezing.
See,
No,
so
no, this is better. And so, you know the whole ALS challenge thing that's been going around?
yeah.
That got me thinking.
We should
need to
all
have-
have
Instead of
there.
a 4-hour stretch near the end there, we have the ice bucket refresh wake-up call.
Oh my god.
And everybody goes outside and strips down to the swimsuits and then just dumps and goes back inside and gets to it. And you're awake again, and you make it.
You had me at strip.
Unless you're like Jackie and Chris and Vince, who were just there, like awake, and looked like nothing was bothering them. Jackie was like,
I do this every
calling me an
weekend.
old
That's
man.
because Jackie is still in college.
Yeah.
Really missed it. We fell asleep.
Oh,
Oh, the truth comes out.
Floor. Like literally, Chris was on the floor asleep, and he wrapped himself up with like a little burrito and a blanket.
Weak.
I'm
Maybe
he
have
fell asleep
pictures.
playing Smash Brothers, and Victor has photo proof that he has yet to post.
Post it. Black and white,
Screenshotter didn't happen.
right?
When I was
Hey,
playing
by the
Destiny,
way,
I was literally standing in the middle of my living room, like standing in front of my TV, like inches from my TV, trying to stay awake.
I think I lost.
I'm telling you, we definitely need to have some kind of. That would be awesome to actually like have some kind of challenge or everybody get together and wake everybody's butt up.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jacob, if you noticed or not, because you were sitting right next to me throughout the majority of the stream. But
Yeah.
did you notice I fell asleep while I was playing Game of Thrones RPG?
That was the hardest part for me, dude. I was playing. Well, I don't know how you fell asleep. I was playing Dota, man.
Yeah.
Like, how do you fall asleep to me playing Dota next to
He
you?
was cursing some poor sucker so bad. He was
I
like,
mean,
"You
I was.
I'm
Here's the
through with
thing.
this.
Here's the
Through."
thing. I'm delusional at this point, okay? So I'm playing awful, yet it's my team's fault. It always
Yeah,
is
he
the
is
team's
the whole
fault.
time. I do remember hearing that all night. Where's my team? Where's my team?
I'm telling you,
Jacob's like solo charging their base. Where's my team? He's level 1, guys.
you're cursing his team, like on my headphones coming up the stairs. Like,
Playing Dota.
Weren't you cursing your team when you were playing Paperboy too?
I'm pretty sure I
that
did.
was funny. That was
My
funny.
team?
That was good times.
Why can I not hit this mailbox, team?
Well, you were also hitting all of the non-subscribers instead of.
Everyone got a free paper.
Like, no, red is bad. I shouldn't hit red.
It's like some MLG crap, man. I can't hang.
Oh, the Bumble Orb.
So
Well, Tony, would you like to make a ceremonious exit now, or would you just like to leave?
No, I mean, here's the thing. Are you talking about Tanya?
Yes.
yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Tanya posted that she had to
I didn't see that.
take
Go
off. She doesn't love us.
ahead.
I mean, she only organized this whole thing that we totally enjoyed, and
I mean,
totally did
what
awesome.
the hell? Why
But
would
she-
you love your
but she
children
doesn't
more
love us.
than you love us?
I mean,
Mainly, I just want to know from people what they did like, what they didn't like, and things that we can do, better. Barring moving to a convention center or some facility built specifically for Extra Life, I think there's little things that can be done that just can make it go, even smoother than it did this year.
And if you tell me more people, I will strangle every one of you.
so I've got one.
I'm gonna tell you something. Serious feedback. You guys should tell people to bring their own damn chairs because the chairs you guys provide suck.
That was to
After
keep
an
you
hour, those
awake.
little orange chairs are horrible. Maybe
I'm
that's
not
because.
It's designed to get you to stand up and stretch every hour.
Nah, screw that.
That's what I
Screw that.
You forget who you have, who you
Black
have.
clots for everyone.
What the hell, Roy?
What size freaking? I don't
Roy.
know, but yeah, that doesn't feel good on my butt. So
You have such bad ADD, Roy.
Some of us have fatter asses than others, okay? I'm just putting it out here.
That would be me. I think something to definitely put on, to consider for next year, making it okay for me to play in my boxers, because then I may actually stay a little longer. I'm just saying.
I think we have to have a pants check rule, so that would apply.
Honestly, Tanya, it
Have
got
a
really
plan
awkward.
Shirt
It's like,
and shoes
okay,
are
we're
optional, but
we can do
pants
a
are a
pants
must.
Yeah.
Jacob didn't mind once I just dropped trow and just went into my boxers. So.
It was a shock at first, but then you kind of grow into it. So I assume it'd be the same for everybody else.
That's a little disturbing.
It really helped when I took mine off. So I mean,
That's what she said. That's what she said.
Then we're going into a whole other conversation.
Alright, you can wear your swim trunks and be ready for the ice bucket. How about that?
Okay. That sounds like a happy medium.
Or we could do what Rick did and all of us take a dip in an
oh
ice.
my god,
ice
an
bath.
ice bath.
Oh wait, my swim trunks are leopard printed speedos. Is that a problem?
I don't know.
This is
Are
how
you
we
gonna
go
stream
truly Latin Matt. Right? Even your underwear are the polar opposite of mine.
Yeah. I like to look sexy.
Next suggestion.
You didn't even address my
Noted that
concern.
You're right, Tanya. Yay or nay on the pantsless gaming?
Hey, I was the one who said we're gonna have to institute a pants check just to make sure.
Okay, but I'm fine with that, but what about the
I was
speedos?
just saying, shorts could be acceptable.
Cut off jeans with the frills? I'm okay with this. Okay, moving on.
Casey Dukes
Have
on
an
man.
image and yeah.
just go all natural and just wear a kilt.
Alright, how about this one? What'd you all think about check-in this year?
Yeah, that's
Check-in was a lot smoother, and you weren't getting a lot of the random people just coming in with other people.
Right, yeah.
And
You
I
could
think
tell
that
there
really
was
helps out a lot,
organization,
too.
Tanya, cough, cough.
I think just one thing, with the guild being separate, it got a little awkward for Jacob and I because we were like, no, we're on the list. I promise we're on the list. And then once they realized we were on the guild, then they pulled up the separate sheet and oh, okay, there we are. But
Are we
Another
on a
thing
separate
that I want to do
I don't
next year is have actually separate, check-in lines for digital, for analog, for tournaments. Tournaments were one area that caused a lot of confusion, and there's always the minute you have other organizers and other vendors involved, that can get tricky. And then a separate line for VIP volunteers and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
something we talked about doing this year, but then we didn't. So that's definitely one change that I want to make. Even Extra Life had a VIP there, and he didn't tell us he was a VIP. So he wasn't sitting with you guys because he just kind of went in and found a spot, and it wasn't a
Okay, I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
It's
Who was
how
that?
he discovered
Oh,
him
wandering
later.
around, and he was like, yeah. Anyway.
I'm totally lost right now, but I'm going to shake my head yes and continue.
I was just in the right place at the right time to witness a conversation about this guy, that's all.
Gotcha. All right, but yeah, no, signing in was fun. I did think it was kind of funny. I walked up, I'm like, I'm not on the list. I'm the president. Why am I not on the list? Am I not invited to my own party?
But what's funny, Jacob, is that you wouldn't have been on the list had I not emailed Tanya for you.
And I'm just putting it out there. Neither of you guys would have been on the list if I hadn't pinged Matt on Facebook and been like, have you guys checked the fuck in? Because you really should do that. Tanya seems serious about this shit.
It all trickles down.
Yeah, but you're the secretary. That's your job. I mean,
My job is to write things down, and yet I don't write down anything. I may be the worst secretary ever.
It's okay, bro. I'm the worst president ever.
I don't even know how to read.
I think the only one of us that's pulling our weight as an officer has got to be Jackie. Like, she's got all them connections, man.
Jackie is the connection.
Jackie's just like the.
I know that person. I know that person.
Out all the time.
I know that person.
She's like, oh, you need in Alamo City? No fucking worries, man. I got your shit. Oh, wait, no, you didn't. Good job, Jackie.
We go to meetings.
Up
And we're
on
all
the biggest fucking event. No.
We go to meetings and we're all just sitting there looking at each other, looking all dumb, and then we're like, "Where's Jackie?"
Yeah.
And then, and there she is. Okay, we can start.
We need Jackie who knows somebody.
We'll be like, okay, so we need to go and connect to here. Oh, I think I know this person that works at that. Okay, well, what about we need to go look at this? Oh, but I think I know this person. I was like, dang, Jackie, who don't you know?
So that guy actually tried to hit on me, and he's a creeper.
It's not like she's like, oh yeah, I know this one person. It's like I know the manager. I know the CEO of like every company. I know who they're dating.
And they tried to date me.
Oh no, Jackie, can I tell the story from the bar?
Which one?
Oh,
The one where you're just looking at
the one we all know.
Oh, like the
Yeah, we've all
jumpsuit.
heard
Yeah,
this
I think
story.
we know that one.
I trusted you.
Do y'all know the story? Like me and my wife, she sent out a message like last minute. Hey, can anybody meet? Does anybody want to go to the bar? You know, it's Alamo City Comic Con.
Alamo City.
Yeah, Alamo City pre-party, and it was over at the Leaky Barrel. And we're like, I told my wife, well, let's just go for a little bit. We'll go hang out with Jackie. We'll see if anybody shows up. So we get there, and Jackie's like, oh, hi, thank God you're here. I thought I was going to be the only one here. I was going to feel weird. And then she's sitting down at a table. So we're just kind of standing there, and we're talking. Me and my wife get a beer, and we come back. The table's full, so we're just standing off next to the side. And Jackie just keeps looking over at us. And me and my wife are like, is she okay? And Jackie just keeps looking and turning, like, and this guy is just like full on, oh yeah, but you want to do this, and I like doing this, and this is just really cool. I'm always into this, and oh, have you seen this anime? And Jackie, I swear, she's just.
I think I practically threw myself on you at one point. Like I saw you, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's Roy!" And I threw my arms around.
She literally like jumped at me like a scared puppy. I'm like, "Are you okay?" And then later that night, she texted us. We got home, and she's like, "Oh my God, that guy wanted me to go to his house and watch Doctor Who."
Yep.
And we're like, "Sure, Doctor Who."
He wants to. Yeah.
Play peekaboo.
Hey, I am totally okay with playing peekaboo, so.
It's all right, Matt.
I mean, I do it like every day with my kids, right? I'm like,
Yeah, I mean, I got a 2-year-old living in the house.
It's just
I know
so
what's
funny
up.
because Jackie, I mean, I swear, Jackie is like, she's like, oh my God, this person hit on me. And then she's like, I don't know why. And I'm like, Jackie, you're a woman, you're into comics, think about it.
The rare breed.
Very
Yeah.
rare.
It's like you and Tanya. Oh wait, it's just you and Tanya.
And she's cute. Don't leave that out.
To be fair, I actually finished an observation for middle school, and two of the girls there were die-hard comic people. Like, they could give adult men a run for their money. It was quite impressive.
That's awesome.
That is one thing that I've definitely noticed, and of course, I'm dating myself here, but like just in interactions with high schoolers, because my roommate is a high school teacher, so I'm not like a creepy 30-year-old hanging out with high schoolers. But I'm gonna throw that out
Yes, you
there.
are.
But like, just how much more how they this isn't they embrace their who they are in terms of like what their passions are, their comics, love for comics, video games, stuff like that, and like that just wasn't around when I was younger. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it was so much harder when you're younger because of the connotations of you fit into the certain aspect that you don't fit in. And nowadays it's just like, you know what, I don't care if I fit into your whole idea of what it is. I like being who I am. And that's, in a way, that's awesome because, I mean, where else are you going to be able to do stuff like that, you know?
I
Then
wouldn't
you
know
got
anything
these
about
people
that.
who have like piercings in their lip and shit, and you can't trust them to do anything.
Right? Piercing.
I got nothing. Nothing for you.
Who the hell can trust anybody with piercings?
I don't know.
yeah,
God. I recently found out that I actually had my ear pierced before my wife did.
You had your ear pierced?
I had my ear pierced when I was like 10 years old.
Wow. Yeah.
When you're 10?
In the early 90s.
I didn't even have my ears pierced until I was like 13 or 14.
Yeah, Jessica was like, I think she said she was 12. Like, so that actually means that I literally, like, not only age-wise, but I actually tangibly got my ears pierced before she did by like a year.
I have less piercings now than I did when I was younger.
Well, didn't you used to have spacers? Like last year, didn't you have like the big ass earring things? Okay, you do, yeah. I thought they were bigger though.
No.
No.
I've got to head out, guys, but I'll keep you all up to date when we have our recap meetings and stuff. And once we get for sure confirmed the 2015 date, everybody will, believe me, they'll know right away. So.
Tanya, I know I speak for the guild when I say this. Thank you so much for everything that you've done for Extra Life. I mean, your team, Dale, y'all are amazing beyond words. What you've done, how you've organized it, the opportunity that you've given kids across the nation. Just thank you so much for that.
All right, everybody clap.
The
Real
money.
close to your mic.
Yay.
Sorry.
Bye.
That's
Bye.
not for you, Dale. That's not for you.
I said Dale too. The record states
What?
I did say Dale as well.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We have to appreciate idea, man. That's why I keep Matt around.
Yeah, exactly. Although most of my ideas are bad and involve speedos, but that's a whole nother topic.
Talking about Speedos is okay.
I just got a message asking for a lost and found item for the event.
Oh, nice.
You'll be
I
there.
didn't even know there was the Lost and Found.
Yeah, it's in my house.
I'm currently using it.
I have a couple mouse pads, some wires.
If you have any Razor Goliathuses, that's mine. Especially if it's an extended edition. Yeah.
For any of the wires, Dave's wires, because God knows that man could open over a house of wires.
My wire
Conversation
management
is
is
falling
atrocious.
apart without Tanya.
What?
I don't know what to say anymore.
I actually have one other thought as far as like improvements, right? Like I know Dragon's Lair was putting a big group together of gamers, like, and they were having a thing at the store.
They
It
were
would've been
invited.
really cool to have had them all come down to the Rackspace group, especially since they were analog. There was so much space, you know.
They absolutely were invited.
Okay,
I think it's just that they just had it
That was
already
their
planned
preference.
out.
Yeah.
They didn't have the people for it because
There was a
this
staffing
was
issue.
at conventions, yeah. But they're actually doing an event November 2nd in the store.
Oh, okay. Okay, so they were doing like makeup day kind of thing.
Kind of, like, they set it up, it's going to be like a HeroClix tournament, and then apparently they have an event set up for December, and they're trying to see about setting up another event in December. I need to go back and talk to Cliff about that. But I know Saturday, he messaged me, and he says they raised about, he thinks, $600.
Awesome.
Well, nice.
Yeah, so we invited quite a number of other groups. Not necessarily, some of them either just didn't reply or like these guys, they weren't able to come.
Yeah. I need to hook you guys up with Zero Charisma. They've actually been running a bunch of hero clicks, and they're the ones. They actually have like
Donated a
8
lot.
Yeah, they donated a bunch of stuff for us to go to Alamo City, and we actually ended up right next to them for most of the con.
Cool.
But like I contacted them like one time, and without pause, he's like, "Here, how about this laundry list of stuff? It'll be awesome." So
Speaking
like
of
they gave me
annoying
like
people
in
and
time, they gave me like $30 gift certificates and like 40 sets of dice or something, and they were really
Dale,
great.
he also has a connection to the convention center.
Oh yeah. He's the guy who's your person is like head of security.
yeah, well,
Sorry, Jackie knows the
Tom is
person
gone.
who built the convention center, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
She knows Henry B. Gonzalez.
H-Dog? Me and H-Dog go way back.
I'm trying to drink something here, man. It's not.
I mean, I'm not
He was my
saying
first
that-
bro, Jacob. He was my first bro.
Oh, okay, well, it all makes sense.
Hey, you know that free table you got at the convention center? Just saying.
No, we didn't.
I know,
Free
right?
table.
Yeah, we didn't get a free table at the convention center.
You were supposed to.
Yeah.
Yes, I know we were supposed to. the table we paid for was in fact pretty shit until Sunday.
If I would have gotten it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
Anyway, we'll let it go.
Yeah, womp womp.
You're not gonna let it go. I know you're not gonna let it go.
Next year we're gonna be harping on it. We're gonna be like in July. We're gonna be like, what the fuck, Apple? Where you at, bro? You screwed us last year.
Oh, my God.
Well, there was somebody that was a lot more upset than we were. Of course, we're not going to throw that person under the bus, but some of the things that individual was thinking about doing were pretty out there.
Made me proud.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right?
I mean, if it would not have been a political issue, I definitely would have been there with him.
Yeah.
For the kids. Rage for the kids.
Yeah.
Riot for the kids.
Pain sanity for the kids. That's what it was. Otherwise, we don't get to go back again.
Yeah.
Hey, so we're gonna archive this to YouTube, right? At the end.
It
Yes.
is. It should be going to YouTube now. It should stay there, as far as I know.
Okay, so if you guys want, we can talk a little more about the goods, the bads, the asks for next time, or people later could just submit that if they watch this later.
Yeah, and we can try and answer stuff in the comments and all that stuff too.
Yeah, well, I've been keeping an eye. Actually, I was chatting with Jackie earlier before she joined, and Cody Brown was tuned in earlier. I was keeping an eye on our community page. Wow. Okay.
What's going on?
Apparently there's a train going through someone's house.
Oh, that would be me. That would be me.
The
Is that
struggle
really
is
that loud?
real. Yeah, that was pretty loud.
Dang, I'm only 2 blocks from the train.
I think one of the things that actually turned out really great were all the screens. Like, I know that was something that was there first year, or I think it was, but like all the screens keeping up like the where we were at in fundraising nationwide was really awesome. And then just having like the other streams up and stuff, like having actually the main stream up was really nice to have up there, so we kind of see what was going on. And as I'm sure most of us, like I was paying attention to like our community stream and trying to make sure that we were filling time and making sure that we were trying to get a little variety in there, because Chris was playing some boring indie crap. No, I'm just kidding. He was playing some indie stuff that I didn't recognize at all. And then Roy was playing the thing I wanted to be playing the most. And then I was playing just boring-ass Warcraft.
What was Roy playing?
Roy was
Shadows of
playing
Mordor.
Ah.
I want.
It's
That
a
game is fun.
Steam fall sale.
I wasn't really feeling Assassin's Creed Middle Earth.
I love Shadow of Mordor,
But
dude.
it's Assassin Batman Middle Earth.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what makes it good.
Exactly. I agree.
That's like saying, oh man, that was a great game. Oh man, that was also a great game. Let's put it together. That's a crappy game.
Let's put them together and add something that we all love anyway, because fantasy dragon stuff is fucking awesome. It's
Right.
terrible.
Come on. Who doesn't like Lord of the Rings? Come on. Raise your hand. That's what I thought.
I was
I have no reason to not like that game.
Get out of here.
No, and I'm not saying, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that I didn't like the game. I just didn't see a need to spend $60 on it.
Get it
Well,
on
okay.
Steam. It's only
That's the
50.
thing, though, right? Like, you'll spend $60 on Battlefield Hardline when it comes out, right? Like,
Yeah, I just spent $100 on COD. So yeah,
right. So for you, that's a yearly purchase, right?
yeah, it
For
is
me,
absolutely.
Assassin's Creed is absolutely a yearly purchase by default. Like, I almost always buy the gold edition or whatever for
Yeah.
all the fees and crap, and like I've told you, I've played Assassin's Creed 4 like 4 times, and I started it 5th time at the Rackspace event, actually. Like, that's just my bro game, if you will. You know, like, everybody's
Yeah,
got their bro
makes sense.
game, their yearly AAA that comes out.
I still need to finish the first one.
Or you have weirdos like me that just
Don't
play
don't
Dota for
finish the
years.
first one. It's not good. Just play the second one.
I like the story on the first one.
The story's fabulous on the first one, but the mechanics are bullshit.
Yeah, that is true.
They're
That is
bad.
true. That is true.
But
But
back
the
to
second
Shadow of
one-
Mordor. When it's a game that I can play and like actually enjoy, and my girlfriend can actually sit there and enjoy it, like story mode wise and everything like that, all that right there, I think adds up to a really good game. I mean, like you said, it is a copy of mechanics from other games, but both of those
Good
plus
that.
the story
They're
of
both good games. Yeah, they're both really great series.
Mordor actually.
I just don't think my girlfriend would like it.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I think your right hand is pretty fond of video games all the time.
I mean, it does hold the mouse, so
Hey, some games you
Okay.
can't play one-handed.
We're getting off topic again. Dale is starting to give a little perturbed look.
The
Oh,
internet is for
I
porn.
can feel
internet
it.
is
He wants,
for porn.
he wants us to talk about Extra Life.
Double click for porn.
I was so tempted to go to New York when we were living in Philly just to see Avenue Q. Like, so
I
tempted.
want to see that so bad.
It's never going anywhere. Like, there's one small theater completely off Broadway. Like, just get the damn soundtrack. That's as close as you're going to get. But anyway, anybody else have any,
yeah, real quick.
pros or cons? Jesus Christ.
Not a pro or con, but no, and this is
Okay.
Extra Life. Jackie, you had said you were doing a $5 donation for the Neil Patrick Harris signed copy of his autobiography. Yeah?
Yes, and that ended.
Yeah, I didn't see who won. Who won that?
My friend David, who actually lives in Japan, and then a friend I actually just made recently, Tracy.
That's awesome.
So you had 2 copies?
I ordered 2 copies because I went to the event in Austin, and it turned out they had extras left over. So I called them the next day, and they shipped them to me. So I used those as raffles.
Hey, my name's Jackie, and I'm doing this thing, and hey,
No,
you
I know
got
that.
this, so you
Wait,
can just send it to me, right?
Jackie?
Wait. Did you guys hear the story about how Jackie
The
met,
Jackie.
like, wasn't it Jackie, was it you that met, like, fucking G.R.R. Martin in, like, a con or some shit like that, and you were just kind of bullshit with him and you didn't know who the hell it was?
No, that was my
Or-
friend Vince, but I did meet him, and we had talked
Okay.
online beforehand, and that's when he told me to go to his party. But
Jackie gets invited to all the parties.
I don't understand. It's broken. I don't get invited to anything. I'm a fat hairy slob.
My life is broken.
How was it broken?
I don't know. Like, I'm a broken person, I'm saying. I all the foul language and the
You have
group
the wrong parts.
the
Yeah.
poor vision, the
You were
giant
born
Z
with the
on my
wrong part,
face.
friend.
The fact that I smell vaguely of child vomit kind of all the time right now.
I think George Martin was just luck, because I asked him on his live journal if I could take books for him to sign for my coworkers.
That's
since they
still a
couldn't make
thing?
it. Yeah, like people still buy books. But
No, live journal.
Will you sign?
That's the only social network he uses. So
Will you
I
sign
asked
my
him
Kindle
on
Fire? It's right here, right on the screen.
I don't care.
Don't worry, it's dry erase too. Dry erase.
I'll just throw it in the wash. It'll be fine.
Apparently that's his only social media, so I made an account just to ask him about the book thing, and I told my coworkers couldn't make it. He told me, he's like, well, we're having a party Saturday, so why don't all of you come to the party on Saturday? We can all hang out. So I think that was just kind of dumb luck.
Okay.
You accept that, Matt?
I hate you. I mean, I love you, but I hate you.
I love you. I hate you. I love you. I hate you.
We love to hate you, Jackie.
Tina noises. Hashtag Tina noises.
No, it's all.
People-
It's really cool that we actually have somebody like you in the guild, though. Really, it is, because that right there kind of leads us into like everything that we truly need when it comes to actually recruiting.
Well, like at the end of the day, Jackie realistically is our idea man, right? Like, or idea woman, because she inevitably is like, oh yeah, I can make that idea happen. Like, I know that guy
Yeah.
all over the city. I don't understand.
Jackie is the guild.
The rest of us just kind of stack blocks around her so that
We're trying to push square pegs into round holes.
I let y'all do the speaking of the events, because I hate so you guys can be my speakers. How about that?
I do have a radio voice.
There you go.
you also have a heavy ass TV. I just want I'm not gonna let this shit go. Matt was like, it's just a 46-inch TV. It's not that bad.
It's 90 pounds, yo.
Whatever, dude.
Is it plasma?
90 pounds my ass. Okay, that thing
It's
weighs
LCD.
50
It might as well be
pounds when my
plasma.
kid plays. I carry 2 children around like all the time in my arms. Like, I got like 15-pound Ollie in one hand and like 35-pound Ginger in the other. And that TV is heavier than both them children.
Hey, let me talk about children real quick. Children at the event. And this is a good thing. That was awesome to see this year. So many people, so many guys were walking around with their kids. Loogie, during Teardown, one of our guys, had his kid on his back in one of those little things. And he
I
was
saw that. I saw
bundling
that on the
cable.
final stream.
And we had, let's see, one of our rackers, Jake Folk, brought his kids in.
Did you guys see the picture they had in the paper of me and my son playing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, all I'm saying is hashtag parenting done right.
Actually, I saw the photographer take that picture. She was like trying to find a space between like me and Roy playing our games hardcore, and she's like,
I didn't even realize she was trying to take a picture.
Epic cuteness occurring.
I
Yeah,
was like, that's a good picture in my mind too.
there was a lot of that
It's
this
not
year.
gonna work now, dude.
Nice. I was very impressed that people, took the time to bring their families out, wander them around. Even the little babies were being held
Like-
for a little bit and carried.
We
His kids.
my daughter and I actually went out into the analog area and we played. She has some tabletop games for like 3-year-olds that help counting, and we played the chicken game for like 20 minutes, and then she played Gauntlet with me on arcade. Like,
And Matt lost at both of those games.
okay, one thing I'll say, I actually kind of like the chicken game because you can't lose. There's no winner. It's a cooperative game.
The best types of games.
But did he lose as bad like we did at Mario?
Oh my god. Dude,
Oh wow.
That was just...
so
Like
embarrassed
bad.
to watch a video
That
game.
was painful. It was very painful.
Hey Dale, have you guys considered like doing like a bouncy house or like a kiddie area?
I thought they did that last year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Boba
he did
Phil.
Bouncy House last year.
Yeah, Boba Phil, his wife and son work at that place over the one connected to Wonderland of Americas or whatever.
Uh-huh.
That mall. They brought a bouncy house last year, but the gamers were complaining about it being too loud.
Where did you have it?
It was
I don't
in the
even remember
garage space because they can't put it on the blacktop. So next time we have to do like a tarp to put it on. But we did, and actually that reminds me of a few comments that another player mentioned was a kids space for kids games, so that he actually said, hey, where's the kids games going to be, so that I know not to walk by the questionable games that I know some people are going to be playing.
That'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty awesome, man. Like throw
That would
up,
be a good idea.
That would be.
yeah, throw up like a Wii U in there and some
Yeah.
old school games, and it'd be
Well, we
great.
stuck them over there by so the Microsoft Store. They not only brought Xbox Ones and 360s, they also brought a Wii U.
Yeah,
so
I
there
saw that one.
Yeah, they were playing Mario
Yeah.
Kart or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So I agree. Absolutely, we need to have a bigger child space to have that. Now, children for 24 hours.
Well, no, yeah, no, but I mean, at some point, like basically with my kids, my wife just came to visit and brought the kids, you know, so that I could see them that day, basically.
Right. Yeah.
Then
Like
also
Having a space to like let them run off and play and feel safe with that would have been great. I mean,
And this
obviously not a 6-month-old kid, but I mean,
and this may be a little kind of manipulative, but just thinking about it also from a business aspect, because what we are doing here is raising money for children's hospitals. That would be something that would be really cool to feature as part of the national live stream. Is kids
saying
being involved,
kids
like
in the ball pit cam.
yeah, exactly. You know, it's like things like that. You know, showing that this is, yes, gamers are gamers, but gamers also have families, and that's part of what a gamer family is. You know, playing games and having fun, stuff like that. So to be able to piece that into the national broadcast, I think that would be phenomenal.
It would be really great. It would.
And I think it would
definitely be
increase
great.
donations too.
Sure.
I mean, nothing raises more money than a cute kid.
That's true.
Unless you have Jackie, who knows everybody.
No.
And let's be real, Jackie is effectively a cute kid.
This is true. This is true. This is true.
Compared to the rest of us, maybe. Yeah.
Say, I couldn't say that because, you know, that would have just been creepy. Thank you, Matt, for saying it.
I'm like sitting here looking, and I'm seeing some grays in here more than I noticed before.
Yeah, I got one like right here.
This is. I
Hey.
was like before. I could be like, "This is blonde, yo. This is blonde."
Looky there.
Dale.
Bam.
Dale, aren't you actually older than the rest of us?
I don't know. 34.
Okay, you're only a year older than me.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's only 3 more than me.
3 more than me.
All right. See.
How many older than you, Jackie?
20.
Jackie's negative age.
Jackie never age.
No, Jackie, what? Jackie, what do you like?
It was funny because at Alamo City, she was like, I had this Tifa, or was not Tifa, what was it?
Granola.
Yeah, Lenoa from Final Fantasy VIII. She's like, oh, it was just sitting in my closet. I had it since I was like 7th grade. I tried it on and, oh yeah, it still fits. I'm like, oh, good for you. You know, still haven't had to worry about ever buying anything ever again. Still had all her stuff. I was just like, okay. And then you look at her and she's like, of course, like all of a sudden all these people want to take her picture. I'm like, you're just an attention getter. Watch out.
Like I showed up and like she was cosplaying Vanellope or whatever from Wreck-It Ralph, and I looked at her and I was like, "What the fuck? Where's your cosplay?" Oh shit! Never mind. That is your cosplay. That's not just how you dress.
So back to the kids. I definitely think that would be a good thing to have, and it would be nice. And I actually, you know, I don't know about anybody else, but when I was wandering around there with the Fosters, I found myself constantly saying, "Don't touch, don't touch wires, don't touch wires, don't touch. We're going wires, stop, wires, stop." So to have a nice place to put them would be cool.
Yeah, safe place. That's what I was saying. Yeah, like, you know, I was afraid to have them buy the power thing, the power distribution unit there, because that's a big ass cable for electricity, man.
480 volts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll make
My
your
kids
hair
are gonna
stand
get
up.
brain cancer if they fall down and put their head even vaguely near that shit.
And yet we sat next to it for 24 hours.
You're fine. You're totally fine, dude. Totally fine.
Well, if I was gonna have brain cancer, I'm pretty sure I already figured that out by now. But who knows?
And you've already had children, so you're good.
Exactly.
The name shall live on.
What name?
Your last name.
Oh, okay, whatever.
The lineage.
The surname.
Okay,
What?
sorry. I have no real fondness for my surname. I guess I don't know. I was like, frankly, I went through high school most of the time actually trying to convince people that my last name was actually Castle, and or rather Cassell as opposed to Castle. And then when I had kids, I was like, I don't want my kids to go through the same, like, having to correct every person they talk to. And so, I graduated from college and high school as Castle, so I was like, fuck it. I'm just Castle now. That's how you say my last name. I don't care.
Dude, can I have your autograph?
I'm still a big fan of Cassiel.
Cassiel? I have not heard that one.
Castile soap.
But it's funny, like, most people here will actually say Cassell. I don't know if it's, like, maybe, like...
If I didn't know you, I would have...
Of, like, of, like, Spanish, maybe? I don't know.
No,
Well, there was a basketball player that played for the Spurs, right? Cassell? Wasn't
no
there?
idea.
I don't know.
People can't say my
You're
last name
asking
too.
a bunch of
Okay,
nerds about a sport. I mean,
Hey, Paul was watching the World Series today.
I was.
I'll admit, my wife is all about the sports. That's not my thing.
No, yeah. My wife
Sweaty.
likes sports about
Yeah.
football. We don't go to football things because of that.
honestly, you're lucky I can even spell sport. Let alone
I'm sure
I'm a man in the military.
I'm kind of tempted to challenge you on that one.
Not even esports, guys, like championship series of StarCraft or.
I'll watch like the League of Legends or I've started getting into some of the fighting ones. I'm not as into it as some of the other people are because I see people talking about by frames. No, look at he knew the exact amount of frames that he was going to attack him with. I'm like, what? I mean, I look at some of the games and they break down the frames per move, and I'm like, you need like a math degree and several years of theory in order to figure out exactly what moves you want to execute.
Yeah, like I'll watch like the end of the like Evo streams and stuff like that, like the Evo competitions. But that's about it. I've not really got a huge interest in StarCraft. I didn't even really like it that much when it was StarCraft 1. And I definitely don't know a damn thing about League of Legends, so
I've always enjoyed playing more than watching. That's just me.
yeah, well, like I can get behind watching, like I like watching Banished be played because that game is cruel as shit. And you can almost always as a spectator see when someone's going horribly wrong. And so the opportunity for me to mock someone is always just I'll take that opportunity any chance I get.
This is true.
Which is why I like talking to Matt so much.
All right, guys. As much as I love you, I'm gonna go ahead and sign out.
I think we're at a pretty natural stopping point. Anybody have any last-minute things they'd like to say about the event? We've already given the big thank you, and much as I would like to mock Dale, I do appreciate his organizational skills as well. Like I said, every group needs an idea man, and Dale is clearly that.
I got stuff.
Yeah, and now we have Tanya to help us organize it together, right? Make a reality of your.
It wouldn't have been what it was without her.
I
It
know.
would have been lesser. I have a problem with getting distracted.
Oh,
What was that?
we were talking.
Sorry, I started looking on Facebook.
I've been playing games for the past hour and a half. Sorry.
Damn
I
it,
just-
Roy.
I just wanted to make sure that none of our community members got neglected if they commented on our thing. Right, Jackie? I responded to you right away.
You did.
See?
I
I
gotta
got
remember to
this down.
spoil date
I can send you.
tomorrow. So.
We got Matt for public relations, and we got Jackie, the woman on the streets.
Jackie for relations.
Okay, that just sounds really good.
The woman on the streets.
I think you just called her a whore.
I'm just saying, like, you guys are always trying to be like, Jackie, why don't you sleep with that guy so we can get a free booth? I do not
Was it the
approve.
for the kids thing?
For the kids!
Oh,
For the kids!
No,
Don't you dare!
For the
Don't
kids.
you
It's
dare!
Not,
Don't
is
you
not
dare,
okay.
Mr. Castle!
It's not okay.
Don't you dare!
Jackie, don't listen to these guys. You have my blessing.
Want to sleep with somebody for a booth? I ain't gonna stop you.
As the president of this guild.
I lay down my
Great
gavel.
message we're sending, guys. Great message.
Yeah, right.
Look, Matt's public relations, Jackie's relations.
Yeah. One day she's just like gonna kick you upside the head, Jacob.
Wow, I love
Wasn't
you.
he gonna
Jackie.
be gone? Like, we're gonna really kick him, actually.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, I unfortunately am leaving. So.
Yeah, he didn't even tell us. Like, it was
what's,
just sudden.
what's going on, dude?
Yeah.
I
So.
heard you say
okay.
something about Mississippi.
Yeah. So this is kind of like my formal, like, this is it kind of thing, I guess. Well, it's not it. So just so you know. So just so you know, this is not it. So, no, honestly, I am. I just got out of the military recently, and so floating away, and I'm making my way back to Mississippi. I used to live there. I lived there for about 5 years.
Keesler.
Yep, Keesler. So know everybody that works there. Know everybody. Know the surrounding area. Love the surrounding area.
I can put you in touch with a wonderful church if you'd like to go to a church. My father-in-law's the pastor down in a church in Gulfport, actually.
Oh wow.
I don't know if you knew this, but I used to work at Roy Anderson Corp, the company that builds most of the shit down there on the coast.
Oh yeah.
And
Are you the Jackie of Mississippi? Is this
Right?
what's happening?
I would advise you against living in Mississippi. That place is like
I love that place.
I hated Mississippi so much. Like just
Anyways, no.
we should get together in November though. I'll be if you're moving soon. Like
I am.
We're going in November.
Oh, I'll be there. I'll be there. So yeah, what I was
He's like leaving tomorrow.
Oh, well, gee, thanks for the heads up.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm leaving Thursday.
Holy shit, that is really quick.
Yeah. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is I'm not leaving the guild. I would love to stay in the guild. Obviously, there's nothing down there guild-wise just yet, so I'm going to stay in the guild. And I plan on attending large events and stuff like that still. But yeah, so I am planning on moving, and of course passing on my guild membership if anybody wanted to take a hold of it.
Yeah, I'm sure
most
we'll have
of
some
us
people
just
step up.
assumed Matt should join the ranks.
I shall be your president and leader, and I will wear pants.
I didn't say that. No.
I will wear pants.
You gotta start in the fucking shit like I did.
that
Your
your,
secretary.
Pantsless leader has spoken.
Yes. So next meeting, there will be a no pants rule. Just throw that out there.
Next meeting is at Matt's house
Yeah.
because we can't meet a dragon's lair with no pants.
I would make that meeting.
But yeah, no, I know as far as the guild, I did get confirmation that all we are waiting on is we will be at PAX South, and we are just awaiting our booth number. So you will be seeing the San Antonio Guild out at PAX South representing Extra Life.
It's awesome.
So yes, we'll be there.
Just a note, my general understanding is that we are not organizing that so much as we are manning that.
Yeah.
Oh, but we are. It is
Extra Life Prime.
correct, and I mean, yes, they are managing the logistics of it, getting the table, getting the booth, and everything like that. We will be manning it. We will be out there representing Extra Life and doing the promotions, getting started for next year already.
Yeah. We
Can't
need
wait.
to figure out like who's doing.
Well, I'll tell you what, that would
materials.
be like I said, I'm leaving, but I'm not leaving, and that's a huge event. That's not something to scoff at. So I'm probably gonna actually make my way back down for a couple of these things.
Yeah.
And we would always appreciate you here.
Right on. I'll bring my tattoo equipment too if you guys ever want a tattoo while I'm here.
Oh, my wife, my wife.
Free tattoo with every sign up.
Hold on, what?
A free tattoo with every sign up.
It's got to be a little tattoo, like like a 10-minute tattoo. Can you
There
come
you
up with a 10-minute tattoo?
Okay, we'll do that.
Variety of 10-minute tattoos.
10-minute tattoo. We'll just have to share needles. I heard that's pretty good.
Yeah. That sounds like it would be a good thing to do.
I heard free tattoos. You got my attention.
He doesn't care about the side effects of it.
Well, you know,
What we're gonna need you to do is sign up for this thing called Extra Life. You see, it's just wonderful.
honestly, I just want to put this out there. For the guild, it was like 6 or 7 months that I was giving away free tattoos while I was building my portfolio.
I was still trying to think of something to do for like my whole family.
All right,
Wait,
guys.
You
Well,
want to tattoo your kids?
Yes. Well, how else will I know they're mine?
they're a progressive family, Matt. Calm down.
Clearly, you don't have children. You don't understand how you're supposed to keep track of them. I mean, like I have a phone with just a GPS just taped to my daughter, because God knows where the hell she is most of the time, right? Like,
Somebody walks off with them, and you have to prove that they're yours. I mean, it's like, you have to go identify it at the pawn shop.
what other 4-year-old has a tattoo on their butt of kisses? Like, I mean,
Huh? Yeah. Makes
All
sense.
right, guys. I'm gone. Goodbye. Love you.
Bye.
Bye,
Take it
man.
easy.
Take it easy.
Later,
see
later.
you, man.
Later.
All right. Well, I think if anything, this is probably a good time to wrap up.
Yeah.
We really appreciate everything that y'all have done for us over the years, and we continue looking forward to it, Dale. And Tanya, we got to thank y'all very much, and everybody over at Rackspace for all the awesome work that they did. We look forward
Actually,
to teaming
Dave,
up more.
I'd like to point that out. I didn't know who the hell Dave was until I saw all that crazy shit that we were sitting next to. Holy crap. And he took a week off? Like,
Yeah, he's crazy. He's a.
Yeah.
just saying, 2 fingers up, yo.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes,
Studio
Dave is a
event.
very
I
good
looked
friend of
over it and
mine.
you see him moving, and everything, I'm like, pretty buttons. And I go, if I ever touched something, it probably would all fall apart. But he was working it like he was working something that he was doing surgery on something. I don't know. But I was just
Yeah.
like, man, that was just impressive. And it was
That's-
just awesome.
That's $60,000 worth of keep your hands off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I kind of figured that. So I definitely did.
That's why there's like 4 tables around everything. That is like, it's like the it's like the least sensitive way of saying stay the fuck away.
And yeah, that was my idea. And of course, Jackie knows him.
Of course. I invade his house on a weekly basis, so the joke in our group is Dave is the reason we have nice things, and I think he proved that very well this weekend. We were very proud of him. So.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
So
He's been
appreciate-
with us.
folks,
We were in a
appreciate
small
everything,
town.
all the support, all the donations, everything that has been coming our way. We've been doing great this year. The hospital doubled the amount of donations already that they received. So last year they only received about 25,000. This year we managed to double it with the guild's help and along with Rackspace and Extra Life and getting that word out there. And we doubled it up to 50,000 now. We tripled the amount of registered gamers for Extra Life, so that's going to be a good turnaround for next year. And now that more people are comfortable with it, they're going to want to do more for it. And so that's just going to be something awesome that we're looking forward to. So now we have, instead of the 237 that we had last year, now, last number I believe we heard was roughly about 825, 800, somewhere around there. So that's just awesome. That just shows all the hard work that the guild has put in, Rackspace and Racker Gamers have put in, and just disseminating that word across town here in San Antonio and just around the world. Because, I mean, even around all across the nation, we had more registered gamers than we've ever had before, I believe.
All right. So, final thoughts. That's going to count for Roy because he just talked for 20 minutes. Paul,
I did not
final
talk
thoughts?
for 20 minutes.
Final thoughts, Paul?
No, I was just excited how everything went this year. Last year I just kind of entered Extra Life by myself because I saw it online. I was like, that'd be pretty cool, and I had like a small thing at my house, and this was the first, like, directly after that I got invited to the guild, and then I slowly warmed up to the guild. I mean, Matt knows he gives me crap all the time, but uh,
You've participated more in like the last month than you have the rest of the year, and I hope you keep it up. Like I'm gonna try and keep getting you involved with stuff so you're aware.
and yeah,
You might even play League of Legends, so you'll play with us.
yeah, I definitely need to learn some new games too. But like it's just been great, and I look forward to this next year.
Maddie, try not to cry.
No, yeah, just awesome year. Did some awesome things. Rackspace, huge what they did for the organization as a whole. So the focus now, retention. And I've been saying this for the last couple of months. We really need to focus on the community website, continue doing our streams, putting the word out there, sharing as much as possible whatever gets put out on the community page, because this is how we're going to stay connected with those 800 gamers. So we have 820-something gamers registered. We've only got 240 people on the community site. We've only got about maybe 20 people that are active in the guild. So those are the things that we need to focus on for this year. So we've succeeded at the event. Now let's focus on retention. So that's just my 2 cents.
All right, Jackie, how about you?
Really good year with a lot of fun, so I can't wait to see what else we can do for the rest of this year and next year.
Right. And how about you, Dale? Any final thoughts for us?
Yeah, just thanks for letting us be a part of it and coming and hanging out with us. I know I've not been super active with the guild as of late. I only made it to, 2 or 3 of the initial meetings.
I think actually running the game day event kind of like gives you exclusionary.
I think I agree with that.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work outside of my day job and outside of all the other volunteer work I do and the other personal things I have going on in my life. But I definitely want to be more of a part of it, and look forward to finding time wherever that happens. But yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you for understanding.
I guess my final thoughts are pretty much, I hope we actually get to do more like this type stuff. I think I kind of want to plan this style of stream on a Tuesday night, at least 1 out of every 5-ish streams, play 5 games, and then have a stream where we talk about the games we've played for the last week or whatever.
And just bring like some gaming news in.
Yeah, talk about gaming news. Just do normal podcasty stuff, but not overly frequently. I hope that we can this year actually kind of, instead of focusing on like guild leadership titles, like I'm the secretary and Roy and Jackie are co-vice presidents, I'd much rather kind of divvy up the work and kind of like make Matt in charge of social media and Jackie our contact for conventions, and probably Roy and I would do like logistics and paper, and make it a much more task-oriented kind of thing, as opposed to arbitrary names that don't really describe what we do at all.
Yeah, and that's actually worked in other guilds.
It has, absolutely. I kind of tried to bring it up, and I got like sort of shot down, but not shot down. Or like, oh, we just did that. Like, we didn't bother with like assigning titles. We just gave that person a job.
If I could say, we started out that way with the whole planning and record gamers thing. It was just, let's just do some stuff, and eventually it got out of hand to where we couldn't be any kind of structure. I created a charter on what everybody's roles and names and purpose and all that were a couple of years ago, and we kind of loosely stuck to that, but everything was still very willy-nilly. Let's just take notes and do stuff and hope it all comes together day of. Once I said, look, we have to have tickets, we have to have structure, and we have to have, when we come to these meetings, we need a plan. These are the minutes of the meeting. This is what we're going to talk about. That's it. So then we grabbed Tanya, and the rest is history.
Yeah,
she kept us to that. So you're going to need that.
Started doing That's something we've actually started doing relatively recently. Like I think it was me. Did I write it up? I don't remember. It was me or Matt. I can't remember. One of our last meetings just before Alamo City, we actually came at it with an agenda. Like, we added some social aspect for everybody to talk about what they've been doing, and then we kind of moved on to different events, and then we moved on after that to previous events and lessons learned from those previous events,
Right.
and then so on and so forth. So it was a very organized conversation that we could then say, here's this piece of paper that we need to get back to here. We were here and we need to be here right now. So let's move on. And I think
Exactly.
it worked really well for us in that one meeting that we did it for.
Yeah.
Um,
And I
but
think
we
it's just
did,
part of a growing curve too. I mean,
yeah,
we're
yeah.
still brand new to this, so
Um,
this whole first year, I mean, it's not even been a full year that we've actually been doing this. So
right.
there's that general learning curve that we're adjusting to. So I think as we keep growing, and like Dale said, as you grow, you get better and you start working out more, and it's just gonna grow and get better, and we'll figure it out.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, I'm looking forward to some more growth and some more diversity in what the things we're doing are. I'm hoping that we can maybe set up. I know we're not supposed to set up our own events, but I'd really like to do like a quarterly Dragon's Lair meetup and not have it be like a guild meeting, or maybe have it a guild meeting and play games for like a couple hours. Like, I'm sure Dragon's Lair would be happy to support us in that on a quarterly basis. That's not a whole lot of time. And frankly, if they need us to pay for the tables, I'd be happy to do that anyway.
Well, if you want, one of the pitches that Arthur has been trying to do for the past 2 years is to start pushing for us to have regular little micro events that could help fund the running of the big event. So if you guys want to team up, I'm all for working, having the extra help to do those kind of things and use our structure to make it happen.
Oh, absolutely. I think that would be a wonderful
Definitely.
idea.
Yeah. But this is it. This is all information we actually need to work on in our next meeting. This is not something necessarily folks out there in viewer land are all interested in. But like I said, I'm looking forward to some growth and some diversity, and that's about it. I think I'd like to just go ahead and thanks all two of the people, one of which is my wife, who have been watching the whole stream. And thanks to all the folks that actually watch later on. I know it's a long ass stream, long video you've been watching, but we appreciate it. We appreciate the opportunity to have a conversation about what we've been doing for the last year. And I guess that'll be it. Bye, everybody.
And
Bye.
Okay.
bye.